those prefab
the concrete masonry unit stone walls.
Oh, the ones that are just made like, yeah,
It's just,
I don't like those.
and they also, again, they're just a huge carbon footprint because that it's made of, concrete, and then they're pressed, and they're with tremendous heat and force. It's very high energy needed to make it. What's the point? Interesting right
Has anyone in this car seen a veneer to cover a foundation that actually looks nice?
there. Yeah,
1-inch
you
stone.
can absolutely find veneer, but most masons will screw it up. You have to get someone who will. I have a very good mason.
So, really, I like a yellow house. Who said they don't like a yellow house?
I said I don't like a lot of yellow houses, but I like this color yellow
I
too.
love a yellow.
It's
You know
the
what?
butter that I like. that
Yellow
color.
houses are the easiest houses to sell.
They sell for the most money.
Right?
Really?
Yes.
know
Don't know
that.
why.
Yeah.
Maybe because they're happy houses.
Yeah.
But a really cute 1920s, 30s colonial, side entrance colonial. That's my take.
With
All right.
with original trim,
Okay.
with a lot of original trim.
Anyone?
I would just say first off, I can't quite tell because the storm door, but the doors look like different colors.
Right.
I would paint them something either just black to go with the shutters and match,
Well, that would be pretty.
and you need an actual light above the door.
Okay.
There's just a light bulb.
And sconces.
It's constant. But
Guys, we're broken records.
I know.
What do you think about that mailbox, Kyle?
I don't love it,
Oh.
but it doesn't have to be my style. But I think just something, it doesn't quite feel like it fits the style of the house.
Yeah.
So,
Can I do an architectural detail thing? Can I
Yes.
run up to the house and
Yeah.
I'll point out everything?
Portico, which is so perfect. Lovely.
It's original pilasters, which would have been pieces that came right down and look like they're just like a piece of trim, flat trim, but they look like they support here. They die on the platform of the deck. They go up to that thing that looks like a beam, and that would really, really help define this as its own little entryway. Saw that too. And then, just because I'm here, the widening, oh, that boxwood smells so good. The widening of that, this, which is beautiful and intentional the way it is, just needs to be bigger. It just needs to be wider, so that it doesn't feel like an L.
You're gonna know what I'm about to say. The rhododendrons here are spectacular plants. They are huge. Clearly, if the homeowner loves that, then that's great. But I think they look like they're eating the house. You can't see most of the house. There is no way to keep a rhododendron that wants to be 20 feet tall 4 feet. So then you're faced with the question of, do you move them, which you can do, or do you just remove them, which you can do? But I would hope they could be transplanted somewhere in the back where you really needed privacy, because that's their job. And they're doing a great job, just they're in the wrong place. This is a shame because this is a sugar maple, and you can see there are widow makers hanging out over the street and over the lawn. This tree is on its last leg. I hope that they will find a place somewhere where they can plant a new tree, because that one isn't going to last long. It's too bad. For me, the curb appeal here, if they're not going to deal with the roadies, then I would remove the boxwoods, put a couple of pretty containers, fill it with some pretty colors, open that section up, and be done.
I could see this whole front yard not being grass but being plantings.
Absolutely.
It's small enough, you
Yeah.
know.
We never talked about budget when we've gone to these houses.
Right.
So,
Not at all.
what if you had like $1,000?
Okay.
What would your budget? What would you do?
Containers. That's it.
Okay.
You can, if you're willing to do the work yourself, I would just remove the boxwoods because they're just too small. and out of context, maybe plant them someplace else. Buy 3 really nice containers that can stand year round outside, 1, 2, 3, and plant them. And have fun, use them as a playground, plant them, 2 or 3 times a year.
Say they like took out the rhododendrons.
For $1,000?
Even when moving, that's going to be more expensive.
Oh,
than
really?
that, right?
Yeah.
I think the light fixture, the mailbox, and if there's money left over, painting the doors the same color. I think those are all really good choices.
Even taking the storm door off so that you don't look at that and you look at that pretty door.
We're swapping out to a wood storm door, right? And that could work too.
Yeah.
I just, I feel like we've got to respect people's budgets, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, $1,000 can get you a lot, but it can't get the removal of those.
One of the nice things about a wood storm door that I really like is you can still get them with the inset panels. So you swap out screens for storms. It's one door, and then you're getting real hardware. Part of the problem with the metal storms is that you get the metal storm door hardware, which never looks great. And just that one door handle, it's a high touch item. You touch it every single day. Having that be something you really like can be a big bang for the buck.
Makes it homey.
Makes it homey.
well,
All right.
is it official?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been curbed.
You've been curbed.